Welcome to this fourth unboxing of one of the products in Wave 2 of Trudvang Legends. Today we are going to be unboxing Darkwoods. Big spoiler alert, we are going to go through everything, including all the cards in detail, looking at it all. So look away now or find some other fun YouTube channel to watch. This is not going to be the one for you. But if you do want to watch everything, see everything that's in this Darkwoods box, stay with me here right now. So let's look at the Darkwoods cover artwork. There we see some really nice feature, graphic rich, color rich artwork on the cover of this Trudvang Legends Darkwood box. It is a rather large box, same size as the others that we have done at the moment. I think Lost Stories was possibly a tad larger than Westmark or Muspelheim. Darkwoods, this one, and Wildland, another one I've yet to do, are all roughly the same size. So we can put Darkwoods on the side like this in our board game shelf, or we can put it on the side like this, stacking them one on top of each other on our board games shelf. Let's look at the underside, a different picture here, and the other side has the same picture. So both sides have the same pictures of their opposite sides. Let's flip it over. Look what we get in the back. We get a few more minis. In Darkwoods we get looks like three grey heroes and a few monsters as well. Let's open this up now as I center that a little bit better. So does this look like, no, I was going to say, does this look like it has, and I think it might actually, you can see there's a little bit of a rip there. So I think it does actually have a piece of paper underneath this shrink wrap on the back, as I've just cut through this. Not to worry, I'm not overly concerned about that. It is just a piece of paper that they have thrown in. I can still get rid of the plastic. So here is that loose piece of paper that I was talking about. And just like one which we had before, they have just done something different here with the components, whereas on the back of the box they have given the components, I guess, a subcategory. Here you can see 3 heroes and 15 enemies, whereas here they haven't broken that down on that one there. But the rest of them looks pretty much identical as far as that goes. So let's put that to one side as we can now open the box up properly. And here we go. Off comes the top lid. There will be no picture underneath, so just normal cardboard, as I often say. We have here a punch board with our heroes on it, and the reverse of that, oh, that's interesting, they've got musical notes there. The reverse of that should have, if it's true to form with the rest of the boxes we've done, and have a look at those unboxings somewhere around here on my YouTube channel, black and white on the other side for the same heroes, and indeed they've done that. Oops, as that goes flying, not supposed to go flying. Another beautiful matte finish book of sagas and rules written in English. Nice binding there. Let's open that up. There we have the Darkwoods. As usual, as I'm learning and you are learning with me as you're following along, a really nice full color picture on one of the few immediate first few pages. So this is the book of sagas. It says there we've got a new class, the Demon Hunter. So the book of sagas is, of course, a storybook, and we can see there D for Darkwoods, D1 introduction, and we have a lot of storytelling that is going to be going on in this expansion for Trudvang Legends. So there are 49, 50-ish pages and a back cover. That's what the artwork looks like on the back cover. Putting that over to one side, bring my trusty, I'll put my knife away. I was going to say, bring my trusty knife out, because I was going to slice this open, but I remembered we don't have to, because it has that nice semi-stick down stuff on the back. which allows us to re-sleeve it at the end of our unboxing and at the end of our gameplay. So we'll slide that out. Put that plastic over to one side. As usual, probably 3 sheets. Let's have a look quickly. 1, 2, and 3, I believe, and the last one, as usual, is not double-sided. So let's have a look at these. We have Adventure Sheet D1. So there we have D1. You can pause it in your own time and read the narrative, the stories, if you want to get a few more details of the spoiler alerts. Turning it over, sheet D2, the other side, I'll just move that up slowly-ish so that it can be read when it's paused. Going down to L, looking at sheet D3. So these obviously go in original game board where these slip in. And if you have played Trudvang Legends, let me know how you found it. Have you played it all the way through? Have you played it through twice maybe? With different heroes, chosen maybe a deliberate path to just have a look at what you might have missed in your first run through, or to maybe do it quicker to see how you go when you don't talk to every traveling person you come across. Does that help you get into battle quicker? Does it help you in other ways? Maybe with initiative, I'm thinking. And the reverse side there is blank. Let's have a look now. We have a pack of cards as they come out here. So we have Vorkal, Ymir, Joros, and our stories there. So this Joros one is a bit thicker, so we'll see what's in that pack when we open that up. We have a little box here, which I'm assuming that we put story cards in, or other cards that we want. So I'm going to take this box out, as I normally do with this type of unboxing. I'll take these monsters out and put the box over here so I can use it as a reference for later. In the meanwhile, it's good to see that they're consistent and have used sticky tape to make sure that this doesn't accidentally come off in the packaging, although as I've already mentioned in my other unboxings of Trudvang Legends, this wave 2, that, and I'll show you in a moment, these mini boxes have, you can see there, that little indentation there that keeps the minis from flying about unnecessarily in the box. Taking the top clear plastic off, throwing that over to that side using the full table. Let's bring out our first mini, have a look at it. And we have, so I'm really going to struggle with this one. You can help me out here if you can. Zhevtna. I'm going to go with Zhevtna. So here we have Zhevtna. A slightly bigger, slightly heavier model. True to form though, all these models have just got great detail on them, allowing them to be painted up nicely. And look at all that just there. I don't know if that's coming out, hopefully. The skin, the little nooks and crannies that are on the skin there. So that would look absolutely fantastic when highlighted appropriately, very delicately, and also washed to fill in those crevices. So having to be very careful with the undercoat to make sure, as the behind, make sure that all that lovely detail comes out. There's Zhevtna. Let's bring out this one. We have Yggdrasil, I believe. I say I believe because I'm talking about my pronunciation of this model, this creature, dryad-like, a tree creature, again with good mottling of bark, which will come out really nicely when painted. We have 2 spiders. They have the same pose that I can see there. So we have 2 giant spiders. Yeah, we have that giant spider there, and a few eyes that are coming through, I believe. Maybe just 2. It's hard to... 4 eyes I can definitely see there in a striking pose. Striking, play on words, both types of striking. It looks good, and it looks as though it's about to attack. So just look down there. So that is the giant spider. We now have these models. I'll just bring them up close there so we can see 3 rows of 3 different poses for these models. We have a spear, a sword, and an axe. Let's look at these one at a time. I'll take out the spears first of all. So we have 3 goblin spearmen. That's what the goblin spearman looks like. A smaller model that will look great painted up. We then have the 3 goblin swordsmen, and the axemen will follow. So here we have one of the 3 identical goblin swordsmen. I like the sheath on the side, almost to the back of that goblin swordsman, and a huge sword for that goblin, and finally a goblin, one of the 3 goblin axemen. It'll be a 2-handed axe for this goblin. It might be a single-handed axe for a normal sized creature, but for these goblins definitely will need 2 hands to wield it. Okay, going down the side here, we have 2 identical poses of 2 hulders. As that wobbles back and forth. So here is one of the hulders. I don't know what hulders mean. If you speak the language that Trudvang is in, which I think is a Norse mythology, I'd love to know what that means. So please write that in the comment section if you know, if you speak the language, if you know something about this mythology, the mythos that surrounds Trudvang. I'd love to hear more about it. Let's now look at one of the 3 heroes that we'll be using, and we'll be using what looks like Joris there, wielding an axe and a sword, so dual wield. There is the model of Joris. The second hero in this box is going to be Vorkal. There we can see Vorkal. And I mentioned that we've seen this sort of staff or something similar in a couple of the other boxes. Now this one is a little bit crooked. You can see how it's a little bit crooked there. So not quite happy Jan as far as that goes. I've read that if you use a bit of hot water and you hold it, then that can help correct the defect. I'm just holding it a little bit there as I speak. See if I can just get it to move a little bit straighter. It will obviously, without that heat, fall back somewhat, but I haven't yet used the hot water trick for these models. So this is Vorkal that we're looking at, and a bit of what looks like a scythe maybe on the back there, a hook of some sort, a hook on the end of a chain, a few short swords or daggers at the front of that model. And our final model is going to be Ymir. So a spear and a sword. And look at that. Just turn that over. Look at that I'm going to say that's a bearskin cloak. You can see there the model. Very nice model. Okay, so that is all the minis that we get in the box. I'm going to decide where to put that. I'm going to put that over there. Let's bring these cards out and go through these cards now. So, yep, Vorkal is what we're going to open first, and I've sharpened my knife. If you've been following along at home, hopefully it'll cut into this plastic a bit better, and it does seem to do that. I made a point of sharpening the point so it digs in easier, and I don't have the same problem that I've had over the last few unboxings. I'm going to zoom in as I normally do just to make it easier to hold and to read at your end. Zooming seems to make it clearer. So we have Vorkal. There is the second side. Now Vorkal's feats are Hum Along 1, Whistle of Strength 1, Humming Solo 1, Whistle of Might 1, Hum Along 2, Whistle of Strength 2, Humming Solo 2, Whistle of Might 2, a Legendary Hum Along, Legendary Whistle of Strength, Legendary Humming Solo, and Legendary Whistle of Might. So that is Vorkal. Let's look at Emir now. Look at that. I do like that artwork. I love it when they colour it in. I wish I was a skilled painter that could paint to that standard. Unfortunately, I'm just an average painter. Wouldn't even say average. I'd actually say a bit below average. But anyway, painted minis on the table seem to be a bit better than just the grey, I believe. Emir. The second side we can see there. Let's turn it back so we can go through Emir's feats, which are Natural Vintner 1, Hawksight 1, Feline Swiftness 1, Heighten Senses 1, Natural Vintner 2, Hawksight 2, Feline Swiftness 2, Heighten Senses 2, Legendary Natural Vintner, Legendary Hawksight, Legendary Feline Swiftness, and Legendary Heighten Senses. Thank you, Emir. Yorus. There's Yorus. Let's open Yorus's pack up, and it is a thicker pack, so we might have some doubling, which we've seen in other unboxings of the expansions that came with this Wave 2 for Trudvang Legends. Remembering that we are looking at the expansion Darkwoods. So Joris, that's that side. Flipping that over, there's Joris. You can see the symbol in the top left that denotes Joris's cards. And Joris's cards include Demonic Flare 1, Demonic Dance 1, Punitive Flame 1, Wrath 1, Demonic Flare 2, Demonic Dance 2, Punitive Flame 2, Wrath 2, Legendary Demonic Flare, Legendary Demonic Dance, Legendary Punitive Flame, Legendary Wrath, Demon Hunter's Axe, Combustion 1, another Combustion 1. So here's the duplicates that we have noticed before. One with that symbol, I'm going to call it a plus symbol in the bottom right, one without. We have Bloodlust 1 and the other version of Bloodlust 1. Combustion 2 with the plus, Combustion 2 without the plus, Bloodlust 2, and Bloodlust 2 again without the plus, Ultimate Sacrifice by Blood, Ultimate Hunting, Legendary Combustion, another legendary Combustion, one with a plus, one without, Legendary Bloodlust, and its counterpart as the last one that we have there. So those are all of Yoros's cards. So whoever plays Yoros is going to have a number of cards to play through, which will make it very interesting for that player, I believe. Story, let's look at the story cards that we have here. And it looks like we have some events in here as well. I'll just flip that over. Just reminded me of what the event cards look like. So DW for Darkwoods. Go through all of those until we get maybe to an event card. No, they are going to be all story cards, no event cards in this pile. So let's move that over, pick up half of these story cards so I can handle them a bit easier. Let's go through them. Darkwoods, 1 story card. Fox-eared. 2, The Price of Betrayal. 3, Faithful. 4, Ida. 5, The Enemy Revealed. 6, The Mediator, which is a title. 7, Princess Aid, another title. 8, The Merciless. 9, Bane of Spiders. 10, Mar, the Varan. 11, Silent Owl, a companion. 12, The Secret of Steel. 13, Dowry Casket. 14, Temple of the River. And 15, Yggdrasil. So that was one of the bosses that we saw that came with this expansion. Take another batch of these. Number 16, Dwarven Brooch. 17, Greenfeet's Tusk. 18, The Pond Lady. 19, Ballad of the Fox. 20, Ancient Helm. 21, Poppies of Blissful Sleep, an item. 22, Cran's Amulet. 23, this is the one I had trouble with before, Jevtner. I think I've said it differently then to what I said before. Bell Clapper is 24. 25 is the Bandit. 26, Fairies Grove. 27, Mistletoe. 28, Griffin's Friend. 29, Twistle. 30, Thyra the Herbalist. 31, The Hound, not out of Game of Thrones, if you're familiar with that story. 32, Bear Warrior. 33, The Blessed. 34, Gudrun's Bracelet, or Gudrun. 35, Boz the Goblin. 36, Shvetna. I had a problem with personality this time. The King of Goblins. So that was on the artwork, which we can see just here as well, just to prove that it's the same. 37, a Demon Killer Stone. 38, the Wooden Tankard in the Darkwoods. 39, Hreidmar, a personality. 40, Greenfleet's Warhorn. 41, Earth's Secret Name, an item. And 42 is Estrid the Princess, a companion. Last set now. 43, Thyra, the Chief of Eichgard. 44, Ida, the Lady's Attendant. We've seen Ida before. 45, The Missing Dowry. 46, Thyra the Wise. 47, Flowers of Evil. 48, Goblin Spearman. 49, Goblin Axeman. 50, Goblin Swordsman. 51, Hulder. 52, Forest Troll. 53, Garm. Garm's a wolf. I do remember that from my days when I played, what's that online computer game, MMORPG, War something. And 54, Giant Spider. A last story card for the Darkwoods is 55, The Riddlemaster, which is a title that you can get. So that is Trudvang Darkwoods unboxing. Thank you for joining in with me so that we can see everything that we get in this. If this has been helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you could subscribe, that would really help me out greatly. Thank you very much for all those who have subscribed already. It just takes a click right now. It doesn't harm you, but it really helps me. So I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. We will unbox next. Got it on the table over there. Wildland is our next unboxing from this wave 2. So look for that. If it's been a few days since I've posted Darkwoods, then Wildland should be up. If Darkwoods was posted on the day that you've seen this, then probably Wildland will go up tomorrow. So again, thank you for joining me. Please enjoy your gaming, especially this Trudvang Legends. If you got Wave 2, hopefully this helps you. If you are still on the fence, if you can find it somewhere about whether you want to buy it, whether you want to borrow it, how you want to go about doing that. Share it with your friends if you found it interesting also. And as always, enjoy your gaming. My name is LeMonde, signing off.